The lady and the camp. Welcome. Participants: the reader, the lady, the witnesses. The reader. The reader. A rustle from the deepest dark, a move beyond, and then it settles. Suddenly a gust blows in, then full throat a blackbird whistles. Standing, watching, as I listen, comes a sound of shifting seas. Whitens out, the surf spills over. Fathom deep, the path is bleak. As I watch a shooting star, the planet Mars, a bright moonbeam. Deep inside there builds a scream, hollow-eyed, the gift that died. She walks into my inner eye, stands and looks up at the sky, points far off a place unknown, passes me her secret poem. I turn around, walk inside, sit and read it to the end. The lady. The lady. I am no poet. That doesn't matter. I'm 27 and happy. That will do. Here goes then. This is painful. I tell him I am good in bed. He listens well like other men. We head off to the room, a space where time is broken too. This tender night we turn things round, search our space for common ground. A sudden fear, does he detect my secret world and who I am? He's gone. A deep release. The track is cleared. I have some peace. My life, it flows through highs and lows. I must wear a yellow star. Next day starts well. Clear head, clean slate. Then depression, headache. A loss of vision fills my world. I'm hot and bothered. Sometimes I am a miserable, frightened creature with stomach cramp. When it breaks, I shout and swear like a navvy. After the rage and battle within, I find peace and clarity, leaving me gloriously clean inside and out. When someone affects me, I have erotic dreams for days. It's exhausting. When I see things clearly, I feel important. But when I try to write it all down, it shrivels up. Today I crave a quiet convent cell, but that would be no great feat. It is here in this tough world I must find peace. I cannot sleep until I look at the tree outside my window. It's beautiful. I miss the woods, Jews forbidden. I'm your pathway to a great love, he says. That is strange to hear, as I have been a stepping stone for many others. I know our walk will end in a house. I also know a time will come when it ends in a barracks. Suddenly a plane flies over. A bomb could hit me. I feel liberated. God, give me less wild thoughts and more cold water and exercise. I must keep busy, stop worrying, push the schizoid thoughts out of my head, make the bed, clean the dishes, give Sarah flowers and help Eva with her studies. Scum, I shout. Scum, scum. I'm ashamed. Hating Germans is a poison. If a decent one exists, I must not hate them. Hate sickens my soul. I must keep harmony in this German, Jewish and Christian house. I'll talk about the weather and cabbage soup. Yesterday, they took chunks off my tree for firewood. It's emaciated. I still love it. I love it more now. I need beauty in my life. If it went, I could not deal with the pain. Our world is beautiful in spite of its sadness. This fills me with joy. Now that I own nothing, I own everything. I am free. All my affairs and eroticism have made me miserable. I feel light and radiant. I'll pay later with a jittery heartbeat. I wash in ice water and lie flat on the floor. Before, I lived for the future. Nothing was real. Everything was preparation for something better. That's gone. I now live in the moment. I am young and will not go under. I am strong enough to get through. But I must not forget the sadness of others. Smith is dead. My teacher shot himself last night. The world collapses, but I'll go on, full of heart and goodwill. More terror, arrests, concentration camps. The seizure of innocence. We are hollow vessels washed by history. A plane flies out of the sun. The bloody Luftwaffe. Run, run, run. Whistle, blast, black. I was in a rage yesterday. I'm in a room with flowers today. I must stop worrying about everything, otherwise I'll go mad. It was hell in my parents' house. I came from that, I must pull out of it. I have to find peace in the world, not in a convent cell. I am agitated, uneasy, a sacred disquiet. I fall on my knees in the bathroom. God, make me whole. Make me an instrument of your peace. When I was young, life was a great plain, an endless whole. I had contact with God, with everyone. Today, life is 1,000 fragments. The great plain is gone, and God is dead. I am all chaos and confusion. My strength has failed. I am sad and subdued. Life is one great sorrow. My lower anatomy is in turmoil. My body still has its own way. It is not at peace with my soul. I have raging demons which I can't control. Suddenly I must kneel down and pray. I no longer despair. My sadness was a springboard, part of life's ebb and flow, a stage of growth. I will now manage my life properly. A large crowd fills Gestapo Hall. A sullen officer paces up and down, irritated, shouting at the helpless Jews. He is pathetic. So are we for fearing him. He does not frighten me. When he shouts, I have no fear, only compassion. I want to ask, were you an unhappy child? Today we have ghettos, concentration camps, terror and war. If I were a poet, I could explain everything. God, these are anxious times. Tonight I lie in darkness, eyes burning, as scene after scene of suffering passes before me. I am sick and fearful. The threat grows. Terror is everywhere. I draw prayer around me like a shield, then step out again, calm and stronger. I know about the persecution, the oppression, the despotism. I know about the terrible sadism, the impotent fury. I know it all. God, I now realize you cannot help us. All we can do is help you to help us. We must protect that tiny piece of you in us. We must defend your dwelling place in us to the last. God, these times are too hard for frail people like me. Someday a kinder age will come. I would like to live on, if only to share all the love I carry within me. To prepare for this new age, I must live it in my heart today. Life will be hard in the concentration camp. We will be torn apart from our loved ones. It will happen soon. We must steel ourselves. I am in the camp. Had I been here a year ago, I would have developed a false cheerfulness, committed suicide, or collapsed. Because of God, this is not happening. More SS, more barbed wire, more strict. I must defend my inner peace and pass it on to others. The more peace in me, the more in this troubled world. This time behind barbed wire is the richest and most intense of my life. I have learned to love the concentration camp. I broke my body like bread and shared it out with men. Why not? They were hungry and had gone without for so long. I want to fall on my knees and pray on the cold stone floor of this crowded corridor. I have just been told I am exempt. I asked the lawyer with the short leg, should I jump for joy? I don't want to be exempt. I want to be sent to every camp in Europe. The earth and sky are in me. Hell was in me, but it is now gone. Yet I can sense it in others intensely. I feel rain coming. I see a tree through the barbed wire. I'm in the barracks. An old woman appears. Where does Pavel live? Number 4, I point. Every bunk has a number. I was sent home. I was too sick to stay. I want to be back in the camp, in the middle of the horror, and still say life is beautiful. I want life to be one great prayer, one great peace. I wash from head to toe in cold water and lie down still. They want our complete destruction. We must bear it with grace. I am back in the camp. I will take a short nap, then start the long march through the mud and barracks to the desperate bundles of human misery who cannot face life. This is where I am needed. The newcomers arrive today in slippers and underclothes. The whole camp in one horrified gesture strips to the skin. Children without parents, like little old people, herded together in the rain every morning when the barracks are cleaned, while mothers watch their wailing infants in brute despair. 2 small children flounder around the body of their dead mother. An old woman holds my arm and asks, please tell me, can you please tell me, why do Jews have to suffer so much? Suitcases, clothes, blankets, ready for the train. Several children dying in front of me. People like rats in a sewer. He's waiting, calm face, packed rucksack, straight as an arrow. We don't mention it. We don't make it hard with grief, saying goodbye. The train shrieks. The camp holds its breath. Another 3,000 Jews leave with babies dying from pneumonia. I stand in a corner of the camp, feet planted on the ground, eyes to heaven, tears running down my face with deep emotion and gratitude. You make me rich, O God. My life is one great dialogue with you. The night is pierced with screaming babies dragged from their cots. I help dress them and try to calm the mothers. That's all I can do. Both upright in bed, eyes wide open, thin wrists, face paralyzed. She had just learned to walk again between two nurses, one step at a time. Did you hear? I have to go, she says. All eyes, face disappears. It's a pity. Everything you learn is for nothing. Why wasn't I let die earlier? The woman in the washhouse, basket of wet clothes, deranged. I've got to go. I won't have time to dry them. My child has a fever. Can you stop them sending us? I don't have any clothes for her. Everything is too small. It's driving me mad. We can't even take a blanket. We'll freeze to death. Can you please get me the papers to stay? A young mother asks me to hide her baby. A kind working-class woman takes her aside. There now, you're just an ordinary Jew, aren't you? So you'll have to go, won't you? Squatting beside her dying mother, who had just swallowed poison, the young girl stares into the distance and asks, "What have you done to us, God?" A young woman says with pride, "They sent him through last month. It was my third day of labour. I couldn't travel with him. He looked so brave." Dying, the old man cries out, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one." The train whistles. 1,000 more Jews leave Holland. We are being hunted to death. On night duty, giddy with fatigue, people strangely tired. We are marked by suffering, yet life in all its strangeness is wonderfully good. God is in safe hands with us. As the train pulls out, we start singing. Father and mother firmly, my brother calmly. Sitting on my rucksack in the packed carriage, I open the Bible at random and find, "The Lord is my high tower." We will take 3 days to reach our new camp. Goodbye for now from the four of us. The witnesses. Her departure came without warning. Sudden orders from The Hague. Stepping onto the platform, she left smiling, a kind word for everyone. She was murdered in Auschwitz on the 30th November 1943. The Reader. I stand up slowly and walk outside. Again, I see a shooting star. The planet Mars, a bright moonbeam. Deep inside, there comes a scream, hollow-eyed. Why did they die? She is the North Star, and every time I look she's there. And with her million perfect friends, they fill my night. In the day, they are the countless flowers that line my path. Through all the good and bad, they are my heart. Notes. Photo credits. The Lady and the Camp. Poetry Expo 25. Versopolis. Thank you.